Yo, assalamualaikum. Mbadi mon mbadi nga yo mbal konton na platform oto. Yuri kam na banta ba platform oto. YouTube, Facebook, and in TikTok. I got a form on the I hope you guys can hear me well. Melbourne GB kang. I hope you guys can hear me well. Melbourne TikTok also confirm no follow because I think I muted the platform and I unmuted it. So before I carry on, can you guys confirm whether you can hear me? Carl, welcome back. This phone is just crazy. Welcome back. Thank you, Armstrong. Thank you, Jeremy. Maybe Facebook. I think YouTube is also on, but maybe YouTube. Maybe follow. But I think we are on YouTube and Facebook. Let's see. Is YouTube on? Oh, YouTube is on. Yeah, YouTube is on. Kasa si semani mori. Okay, ngani ngaro ke falle la moy kan TikTok ba malong. Can you guys confirm that you can hear me? Moment dan follow. So it looks like Almandra Moikam. Janime program on start la. Yes, thank you, Ndaidi. Thank you for confirming. Okay, Mbal welcome la. You tell Bantawala Nexus about we are broadcasting on Facebook, on YouTube. Be Talata Lungo June Karotili Sabo, the 3rd of June. It's exactly 20 minutes past 9 o'clock right now in the UK. 8:20 in the Gambia, now 8:21, and it's 9:21 in most parts of Europe. Mbal Komfuna Bake Kana Kajarajang, obviously, far more demanding because of the demise of our lovely sister, the late Fat Samba, Olamani Maninko Fukulai. Media fraternity, shared this sad moment may long ago. It hit us. It was real shock to many people. And Alamani Maninka Fukulai. Lamin Marina 5:21 a.m. in Korea. Wow. Story there. So Bedwala and Besang Kontona Kemaya Paus man. And your body will move to Gambia. But it definitely alata as human jamfa. Baruma ala la kerolti bari ay tanya nyima kende soto anu mol funtita even ala bade oto kunum or really ne moje ko sota la koto. So men keta wala nyinte be duwala ala mala jonsone na ala la sada mela la badi ngul bunu. Ay mobile kanyandi banko kan ay mobe ningo mobe ala do koto amam fatam fansi keje. So imagine being ala ya minyo the Gambia got united. Mo jama bijang ni tata Gambia bukaji be bota nyin kafu karle to bota nyin party karle to aka mobile interview aka mobile opinion anala do ko beke ni kulwo ni hormon to wala tinna abeda hada madi ngo kulwo nyin practice abeda da ka samadi andile. So all mala jong sone alamo. Yeah, it really saya kan atemang bortala anu ni ala ko membe kala wala kake jongol to ikol ko jong hada madi ngbe dibole kono amanna ko ibe kende yarine isa zale imu dindineti imu kebaleti nemena wato sita dro obe dankula mariola ala mata tani tolta jamfala nyola namina fana intraku kendol ke ko wolon duwati baate mo bible olti nuyna len bo bahaba si yir kon len bantaba de len dokale bo bahaba gerem santalen si deglu bi si ñetti plateforme si comme lu ma doon wax si sosé fani nak metti na si ñun am dem si yàlla Fat Samba ne ko woon jabar si Pa Ousmane Diouf ne ko Gambia Talent Promotion moo gën a si àdduna te naxar boobu noonu ñun ñëpp a ko feel because ku baax la man suma boppa remember when I went to the Gambia in December dama àggoon si airport bi rek mu gis ma rek mu interview ma te interview na ñoom Sana Jaaju yu bari si diaspora bi fii soo jógee diaspora rek mu xamee la rek moom du dee seet ndax da nga bokk si parti bi wala da nga bokk si groupe bi ñëpp la amele loolu ta ànd ak ñëpp rafetoon na trop to si jikko bu baax lam ñu ngi ñaan yàlla suñu borom may ko aljana bu sedda bi ñu ngi jaale famille bi so dee moom amul garab ñun yëpp suñu bos ñu ngi ko xaal yàlla mu yéex mu fekk ñu si yoon bu baax parce que doomi adama moom doo dee xam kañ la ak par waxtu la loolu tax dañu war a defar suñu toogaay ñu xelaat baameel bi dafa xat toujours dama ko dee wax fii politique suñ ko defee tamit jarut ñu tuumal nit yoo xam ne amuñ any evidence just because dañ bugg a yaaxat turi nit amanke misilmayaati so again mais moo be condamnation wala nañu waatoo ko no beri ñi kata rog go we are in the period of mourning young Gambian, relatively young Gambian, who was playing a phenomenal role in the media world, sadly passed away at a time when a lot of us were not expecting. You know why I said we're not expecting? Because saya angka suti yang dikebal lela sasa to lela bar saya mau sutu. Ala ika inin modo katra kacala reki ko kari bandale. Ade mo ala ke rolti. So mbe kontondoro kela jam a tribute pay to her. I know we all did it. Most people did it on their timelines. Moltatala bade do mashallah mosiata. UDP party about ndebe lori wolle jam. Ni sama kondonge through our media and communications to Monsedi. So the party expressed its deep condolences to the family and the party leadership for them condone back. So mbadingolo unsena don kachakon wala na bifon as a matter of respect to the disease. My music on him playing and the music on him playing in a program start la. So I decided not to play that music today as a matter of respect. So zina don kachakon odomanding. Imagine Gambia de kukli nenjahali Gambia. Asset school benyadi the sign. It's like it's off the radar. What happened? Say asset school buko fokotengi. Gambia antolu wala na nyama sekonda ke je kuntolale. We are people of the moment. Ninga kumen kibiri rek. Give it 1 week, 10 days. It's all forgotten. Mansekonda bri so-called parliamentary inquiry set up, which personally I don't have confidence in the parliamentary inquiry. I have said it here. But it looks like we have moved on. Ya jamen ara tuluku mo forek ngam churumpem from assets that are tuluku. And very soon what tuluku fana menina lala. We will go to something else. Corruption obe farim bangokam. We have a toothless National Assembly. National Assembly la select committee. A resolution will pass. Like in the case of the Gambia Tourism Board. Come and watch some Gambia report. Ahmad Ba supposed to respond. And Ahmad Ba among National Assembly Fali. That is contempt of the National Assembly, the standing orders. But Muneketa, he got Suwaibu Turel on charity of that committee. But what happened? For Monkey. Cementi Manko be Bangkoka. Reportedly, he got monopolistic right. Yadi allegedly Yadi Ja oil. So price of bag of cement skyrocketing. $500 is plus. Going to $600 that's unsustainable. The tragic incident Menkeda Tripoli. Me alongo wo video me alongo GBO for my GBL no. I couldn't watch the video. Very Kenyanam. I think it's less than 30 seconds. I couldn't watch it. Monebe wala fanala. What is the update from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? Ngaja ne barola government fund we have seen things that are unprecedented. Alkali Conte, ay Mamadou Tangara Jabile. Gambia ambassador in Turkey. Open letter. Ka Mamadou Tangara Jabi. Li fan ngeen ko mësa gis. Chaos all over. Banko man tarata ku kam. Bari ntolu fan mu fan na jawoleti. Nin ko mu fan na jawoti mam mo befo. Bari here we are. Suppress la sauver fonditanam. It can indicate it got 37% of Gambians still undecided. Obekela no nyadi. Iko according to the survey about 27% UDP 17%. But the survey ke 2024 serum. For dynamics falling Taliban, we don't know. But one thing suppress the results ngana underestimate. Yalamana ngana underrate. So far, Karela Soviel Dati, they've always been getting things spot on. Najale dolka foko this new survey kana move fenkendi. But let ntol kugele neka kana mistake. We try to brush things under the carpet. And waka kana mistake ballet. Because the mayoral election of predict Nunjane, they got it right. Last mayoral election in 2023. They got it right. Because UDP be KMC win nale, West Coast, Namara Banjul. So the result so far, the sample, the Kenya Malika Moon sample they use. So Nina any results so far and based on the results. So 27% is poor for Barrow. If you ask me, somebody who got 53% from 2021, so-called, I'll put that caveat around that because until we believe that the election was not free and fair. But let's give the benefit of the doubt for the sake of argument. Adama 53%. So that plummeted to 27%. That's a big reduction. But UDP also got 27%, and we had a 10% downturn from 27% to 17%. So, it's not separate, it's Afrobarometer. Thank you, Cham Demba. Thank you for correcting me. Afrobarometer was so well. Thank you. I forgot. Thank you. I really appreciate the rectification. So Afrobarometer. So ning athara yolefo. Eko bari menen jahali in this day and age bitilo. Koleya membe bankokam. Kongo membe bankokam. Adama Barrow mola kordal boyindi. Demolition in salaji. Ye na lamenko yujana Mr. Mani abe yaila nin polisol nin kidol. Kataka mola bitikol ta. Kamola boafir blal ki bonije kat blal moy kamola bitikol tay nyimbe kata Gambia. So ning iko sid kemo keme sidla tansabanis warawlo ko itol ma decide follow o jahalo war. So wala na Gambia be ready. Mbedi am la tuluku wala domanding bari lafida yamaro mendila. Okay, Modole can address them, but if you want me to take you seriously, you have to come and call into the show for me to know who is writing this comment. Yalong, Gambianol. Alenga Chahanobula told we don't have time for distraction. Ete Omar Bun. Narrator Omar Bunati. Call into Bantabala show if you are bold enough to write this. But I don't want anybody to hide behind fake account. You want to bring drama. Because in a way, I can't tell you if you call it. I digress or demanding. So may challenge la. Call into Bandaba. Tell us who you are. Then we can discuss this. Because you can molu to me cool la. Yalong kan for jang. Mbata birimbe tala far sambala kumufal. Alang hakulu to kamol to me. Because even I menjela you all, ntaban you know saidara la saferege. Kasabi jan ntel bota meeting wala. Nte bota do gudlale. I just close from work. Ntaban do Facebook. I don't know what is going on Facebook. we had a 2-hour meeting. The UDP media team, TikTok meeting group. Kasa is watching. Bambas is here. In fact, I was driving from work. I was on that call. Kasa Oliniga. Look at this man here saying you all are seeing this. So you're accusing me that I have seen something that Yunus Haidara wrote. I don't want to distract. But yalla mengan dim hada badi yato. Niya rete mari bekala mo jere ka folo fo kari be nyana ali ajele bang. Ask us, engage us. But you're accusing me. I haven't seen whatever he wrote. Because never got a Yunus la post to back from. Ya gente nying buru haha melmen beba, I distance myself from them. I'm focusing on Barrow to dismantle Barrow. But in getting men challenge, manta diam la nyukoto. Yalong ni mobe hypocrisy la ikamari put on the spot. Because if you can write on Facebook, tell us who you are. Because I know your name is not Omar Bun. Because I've never seen Omar Bun commenting here. I have done a lot of programs here. Have you guys seen Omar Bun writing a comment on this platform? If you people are going to create a fake account and they want to bring drama, they want to bring issues, look, if you are not a hypocrite, call into the show rather than hiding. So I'm not addressing this. If I look at the way the person writes Yunus, it's Yunus, not Yunusa. So I'm done on this topic. It is this struggle. Moman sila Yunus la jang, moman sila mola jang. Until UDP media team unte ma wolfo. Momo ma keku me mari address la. I don't have a dog in the fight. That's why in Kanajang, I'm bold enough to speak. But that's not a topic for me. What really irate me, when I disappoint, you are directly accusing us as if, do you know how I spend my day or somebody else spend their day? People have life out of politics. People have to go and work. People have to do certain things. I'm going to go. There's sometimes Facebook, or can you imagine? Sometimes I don't, in fact, I got TikTok, so I'm on Facebook. The whole day I was at work, I was listening to TikTok videos. I don't see people write ups on TikTok, Facebook. Okay, so thank you very much. I want to move on. So, I'm done and dusted with you. I've asked you to call in. Whatever you know, you address here. Until then, I'm not talking to you about this. Okay? All right? And if you persist, then you'll be go out of this platform. That's what I'm addressing you. Call into the TikTok. We have a call-in session. I would like you to call in and tell us who you are and where your location is. So, Mbalu Yamar Lamanela. Alaju Senu Dabo, the advice would the UDPK chapter, Dada Jing and a presentation. And I want to thank members of the UDPK chapter. Aliyajele, we donated trophies to the youth, UDP youth wing. Party leader, I remember Zenab Tentula Zenab Ganib, and Haji Swane, Melealonko, they did this, and also F. Singate Condom Nabaka, I tell them to donate 100 care covers yellow, a UDK chapter donate, Prunga present Aliyajele, Nealongo, Party Contanta. I got a lot of messages. The national president from Algeria to Yamno I call Kelekan 10 UK chapter 10 and also deputy party leader Jela Kumakamal Menkeje. Okay. So Menketa, then the party leader from Kumumeje, Mobe Tentula, Uncle Amadou Kora, Uncle Amadou Sane, Molmen Bedi Amda, campaign manager Karafosonko, Mal Tentula Bake, and in Zainab, Haji, Alabaraka Bakale Diam Kendol Mengeje. But the icing on the cake, party leader Yamaro, I hope we'll all hit to it. But I come again, I go more to UDP Taylor note. I can't barakate mola. I sembeta mola. I pass the mola because UDP alpha led water party. Thank you so much, Zainab Ghanib. How many times did the party leader give this advice? Countless times. But here we are, somebody trying to draw us into this perennial. Is a non-issue. So let's focus. Though we have a lot of work to do as a country. Gambians are suffering everywhere. Recently, Gambian Olvata in a gas explosion, reported gas explosion. But in Kana for TikTok or Janibena TikTok or Jindila. So maybe Manyana Ufola. bari dimbale malat nana ko gazola salam accident o ale Gambia funding hol jele balol keta nyame balo be tiñare e ko mo fula bantaji 35 mo tansa bani lulu funding hol me ko hamu wole bondi Gambia looking for greener pastures across the Sahara Desert because jikati Gambian olla job opportunities tiji kodi billions and billions of dollars millions of dollars we suffer no billions of dollars biri mansa ko nanata wala dun ba nanata takatala selew a seno bundate a jata kende abundate fanna be duniya be Gambia mako kam bar mo dandal be sirin nafulo ba ibe nan nafulo kasara kan a diate nyame wala na funding wol fanan instead of confronting the system they chose this back way rajibe masi bo men kata Tripoli. You cannot watch that video. Iko mo saba 3 extra died at the hospital. Chat holy yayam chat left. Iko mo saba kotem fara kam dakera mo lulu. And when you remember they are the mercy of God because you let jano at dimitally. And so far mamo e Gambia man sekunda flight wulin dikata but adama baro ka special flight wulin di Gambia kata New York private jet. Eka private jet o nyine adama ene nabe travel la kata dulalto. Bari korta baka private jet o nyini pour kata nyi Gambia kama Tripoli. Banko be dairy. Mol be dairy. Because Momodu Tangara is the most incompetent foreign affairs minister. Wala tina alkali konte ba jabila. Because mansa kunda me alanko kunte mansa kunda menna kuntela. Wala la minister ni ambassador be nyo jabila social minister. Ale oje banko jumala na manga Gambia ti. Because saying bulan chancangol ñu be mu bulan chancangol le kunne sa way nga def. Ken fale wut ken. Because membe ñaato ngoyala ate nako jan dundum ako jan danda moma la kamane fo alkali konte moma akamane fo alkali kan anu ya ñaato ngoje be yalo ka fo jan dundum danda la su kono te kambe mo ka taraji ko rañin kambe mo ka adama boroma adama e Gambia be le jahase ay ñin coalition of mo jahase wala so Tripoli what is the update iko dole bataka loptaro nga dole ja sa fe TikTok funding merengol Gambia every day this government is giving cause to Gambians to go out and protest but I follow that bring dindin taworo ni woro fata AKI Gambian ol site tenkunta ni moldi am tay ko UDP ko lekadiam future leaders of the country 67 of them died out of negligence Amadou Samate but Adama Barrow Amadou Samate Fasakam because Amadou Samate is supported by Fatou Babaro. Fatou Babaro kum bought ay momo bampu ete boka bo cabinet whether you are performing underperforming zero ila productivity is at zero no you will be there and today according to Afro Barometer survey they got 37% undecided are we ready for prime time in that country because konante yani jawya kanyo singo kolobos way Gambia no batandi back nimbango be batare. So if we have a former president, former dictator, trying puruka molu sukusukundi ka violence inside Bangkok kan ka fa alini audio partase faka molu nyini ga yamera gal fo bal al control kan audio because our intention is ka molu kamfandi man sakunda kama pour molu funti revolt ba birate be Gambia abukal fi moy revolt Protest from Obukaki. But today he wants us to talk about this. Yajo walatina hadamadingu. Ibe kokule mira samala. Banta bantol ka karang jamu karantality. Yaya jamme nana sita la mira ko ale sula la media la bang. Mome alon ka journalist or exile. A journalist will stop. People cannot do. Nying Yaya jamme wala data haidara fa in cold blood. Ala agents all. Walatine bailo sorong in Germany. Convicted. Yaja womanke allegedly convicted. But the junglers were under direct command of Yaya Jammeh, according to the testimonies of the TRRC. Bi wale kana ka woshi Gambian ole alta nyim play platform and people are falling for it. Ntolo, are we serious? Yaya Jammeh me alonko ay molla CD-ROM disco nyimuta. Nangal hakilo bulandi. Yaya Jammeh nana sita television otole. CD babul ako Gambia la oil bebe ni CD le kono. Alwo CD ole o CD romo reportedly nga kibarol men soto ko Yaya ni o CD romo tata ikotoral Guinea barala audio to adiamta o CD romo lole ba beko nga kibarol men soto yemel bebula research la bari wol pareta o yo information o beke o CD romo le kono iko reportedly Jammeh ko alkana ni CD romo di hanimo kilina vice president nomba a minister of petroleum lamba whoever akoye CD romo di atela abatela bul Jammeh Musa Damalo CD romo ni kibaro bebe wole kono. So bi ni wo kakana akantol kamfandi Usman Sonko kama wallahi Usman Sonko ntenga wala fisandi wala banko kanu ya jamiti baki Usman Sonko tita kara korlasan sene America le atakela wala banko kanu le andum nekuma kelem vola le Gambia we like to go with the flow hanatara Senegal for example possible na tulole sunya kan Far Oil reported on the Senegal because Far Oil just recently they canceled the contract with Senegal. How many of you know that? There are a lot of things that are known because Gambia no ka wuli rek tara TikTok. Ndega modol ji diam la TikTok auto fam. Ngo. Yeah, not everybody can just be a commentator. But in Gambia, everybody is jack of all trades. That's why the country is so chaotic. The only one they could be, it only fall like management is only briefing deal. Very irresponsible. We know we've had far cancelled the contract with Senegal. So what does that tell? They were expecting Gambia. Far oil and not a jam. And we remember prospects of oil. Wolungo wole for Dabo Jolala life to. Ko jikobi ji ko Gambia e tulo sotole. Billions of barrels of oil. Right? But ni oil ko beta kan over decade. Jani ya jama ka president. Ndam demut, ndam dikut. Femmanke. Exploration start. Senegal na new government nata rek wolma hani sanji jele ke exploration start. Anu Far Oil wolle exploration ke Senegal ko ko tulo be Senegal. So ni wuli ya beje Far Oil le wodi. Probably Far Oil is playing hanky panky with Gambia. But ita Usman Sonko folta la wala ni Far Oil na de ko nyimbala territory le wolme drilling ke wolle ka drilling ke. So ite be Usman Sonko blame la ngadi Usman Sonko yalon ndenga lon ko Usman Sonko na yalon ko tulo mu Gambia le. Usman Sonko is honest man. That guy is honest. Please, Alin Karaw, let's not fall for Jamela crap. Usman Sonko tita deliberately. I along ko tulobe Gambia territory le kafoko just Senegal on kala. Maybe not a kel amalong. Let's be responsible. Far Oil could be telling him Nimbala territory. But somebody may along by Gambia na fulo be sunya Yaya Jammeh. He got $368 million worth of assets from Gambian people. The wale kana kafamole ko Usman Sonko kantola tulo sunya and Usman kate ko molla fengota. Usman kata nyawo oma Senegal na fulo sunya. I don't want to be drawn into this Jammeh team because until we go over with the flow. How many Gambians are this coalition government? And this is Adam Barrow NPP government. Coalition government. Your contract on you with Far Oil ya extend to September 2025. Mol malo. Contract on you is still there. Minister Natajanne. Dogo Kosehu Usman knew that the oil block is in Gambia. Can you call in? Look, if you have a problem, call in here. How do you know that he knows? You are just being presumptuous. Ko Usmani alone. Ite mun kibar kenena sota ko Usmani alone because ning Far Oil nate ko they are not holding brief for Usman Sonko. But ngal ko Usman Sonko is a decent person. Usman Sonko ne ya jame jwala decent. Nana the law for country. Ala nga tonya fo wayi. Mo meme yalonga malla fi wandi fengola. Wo salongo purposely ko tulobe Gambia le just ka Gambia la tulota. Ite ba fo kan ko haya alone. Tell me how. Don't just write a comment. How? I alone yadile. Ini Usman Sonko kachara la ko ngalo na ñun tulobu Gambia. Just because Jamele have. For Jamel man lo Gambia ko ate buka mofa. For mol buka lo je ko Jamel na mana mofa. Why would you believe in anything that Jamel says? Did Jamel tell us that he amassed $360 million? I knew Homal Ayeboni Mintole. Has he been honest to us? And did Jamel tell us that Africa, after Africa 50, Africa Petroleum, in Ingala man secondary contract was signed in 2006. Muna na mo fala audio to. Nani Jowara ya fala interview to. And that contract was terminated by the coalition government in 2017 out of court settlement nekela. Africa Petroleum ko be Gambia Samala court because new government signed the contract they signed with them. During that period from 2006 to 2016, almost sanji tanedi moneketa. Womange Western company today because a Western company will left the car to Sunya ka 419. But African Petroleum womange Western company. BP in BP a contract was signed. There are so many contracts out of this oil thing. This oil thing is just a village hazard. Okay? So, alinga long, the only way metonyalo na dami, we have a new government. We have a new government. That's why we need to unite and replace this government. Ni assets ko, ni Jana Commission assets ko, ni lafta tonyalo na, we have to get a new government. Ni lafta kulo na ni tulu ko for Senegal kana tulu leta. We have a new government. And that new government, the first thing that ibe maneke la wolom, ya for Senegal ko, Jerejem Jeff, thank you. But it's time we say bye-bye to the Senegalese soldiers. Go back, rely on Gambian men and women. Pour President Kuros Kanta. Then Gambia sala sovereignty soto. Can you bite the finger that feeds you? We have Senegalese troops guarding Adama Barrow. Wala cross protection unit. Even State House, Gambia soldier mininja. So Atole America Barrow will be manly enough to stand up to Jomail Faye or Makisa. We are wasting our time. The only solution to this, Namansakunda Bondi, Nanak sovereignty soto. Ya jamenala kumbe. Alonde, I come here to do objective analysis. Ya jame, I kukurumol beke, but I cook and dodol kele. I'm not going to be here to be. They have nothing against Jame. Ya jame berabe Gambia, Senegal mandalung in Gambia. I'll give him that. That's a fact. So I'm not here just to go against Jame. But I'm not going to fall for his stuff because he said a lot of things in that audio mail, they're utter nonsense. Halifa Sallah about Senegal. Where's the evidence? Ya Jame Halifa Sallah, Jumale for Gambia not. Because neither go Halifa about Senegal, Halifa for Lona, for about Senegal, Casamas. So what would, but Halifa would not say that. Her lawyer Dabo, bring a kukalam to Atata Lako Makisali, Yellow will be mumbo jumbo talk, Malisal na deal. I don't want to digress. But Dolen Yanta Prela are serious people. Nana Banko liberate. Now Bonini Mansakunda Kalanta Bulu, Mansakunda Mealongo, they don't even know what they are doing. But instead of doing that, Yaya Jammeh has successful because say more dol fana be TikTok le wol fana ka Jammeh nka mol gele ko Jammeh should come back. Well, maybe Alpha Conde, Conde, is it Conde? Guinea wo fana nyanda murula Guinea mara ko tenge ko di. Alinga na man sekunda faling ngadi mo sobe wala ngadi mo le mel yalon ko e banko kanu. Bari ntolla fan jawya ndeta sotola bari kari fana ta sotola munuma leka si kerebi waye dema ko ko pasu suuf moy suñu problème ndol wolon la problème oti because bi na ba nyama Gambia fu baro fo hani 5% of the votes anyanta sotola with all this negativity men kata Gambia negativity men be Gambia ye mola corral boyndi corruption be faring lotanol man boro soto cimentol dabe colaring prices are skyrocketing crime rates going up mulma security soto for it could be model we just take for it all they are not decided ni my fati will see falka law it could baroba katakani salango dalatale but because we are fragmented but in tolu UDP in Kolu memem folali we have a lot of things to talk about. Let's focus on Barola corruption. Look at the story that what on Gambia men samanambi. Before my fans on topic lady. Député bumbulungul Gambia la député wol. Ika resolution or pass. Minister buke fale. Ye nyine kajang Amadou Sané la vehicle policy la. O vehicle policy député wol ya approve le. Barbere approve Baroko atekela. Baroka atekela. Imagine Cham Demba Fanambavoka, BP signed the contract with government in 2017-18, but later withdrew and paid 2 billion as a compensation. Okay. I haven't read that, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I know that there was a contract signed with BP, but whether they withdrew it and compensated us, that's news to me. But, so Deputy also, Gambia Tourism Board, ye Ahmad Ba Komandi, ye decision ota, Ahmad Ba ko atul kunta atolla. So now what on Gambia is chasing? Deputy will do they have the guts? Porque Ahmad Ba discipline. Probably at a sort of because even World National Assembly photo, they are so divided. Ning NPP Deputy Wolu, they will not take any decision against any of Adam Barola minister. So the likes of Ahmad Ba, they are very comfortable. Go, Sana Dahaba. Ngato for jam. Deputy Ole F Park ma for jam 100 million. Awole labaj. Ye later save. Inspector General of Police, Sidi Musa Toure. I later on you Gambia Port Authority, la corruption scandal. The file is at the Minister of Justice. Ngali ama GPA from la Malayan director ya confirm jobati. Dawda Jallo menka Adama Barola nying menka mta ila nying birita da NPP bureau ele nyin dene ko men kam da prisoners wala uniform ngaje la fane yo dum abe sire go Dawda Jallo la ministry wo file be wolet because Sanada Haba is untouchable. Sanada Haba defa dem State House di leka ak Fatou Babaro si bol bi. So mom lu ko neex la mo def ci dëkk bi wala nan tol banko dingol len ñenta kun sotola. I'm talking about the real patriots. We have to effect change in that country. No wonder you bebe kala time waste all this oil thing, nothing is going to come out of it as long as Barro's government is in power. Because you cannot buy the finger that fits you. Let's get, for example, purposes. Taking Jamela word for sake of argument. Senegal cannot tulole sunya. So I told member wuri kan, what can we do? Fondo lu dala gara Senegal kelendi. Wuri kan se mo me wala kala jam. Hana for example purposes Senegal wol kan tulole sunya. Mbale nyini ngala. Me mo nekela ji. ndol bida momen kato la president o kanta ndol la president fo man jiki banku dingol la fo ya kanta up to today 8 years on ya jamena la kumbe Gambia dingol la ka kanta jawara birani confederation o tata Senegal isolé la troop sudro jawara Gambia so jorole lamin kababa jogol wolle fo do wala ka kanta wala state guard commando tino fobirin coup d'état on the 22nd of July 1994 Jawara put his trust and confidence in Gambian security. Arambaro atema la Gambia security la. 8 years on. So ndel benyi wuro men na jang Senegal gana tulo da suka nkali nyini Gambia mone no laji. So ndol se menke no, we have to be smart. Wala nga man sakunda bondi ji nga man sakunda kendo so je me alon ko mbafla Senegal tout so al say. Then vola ningo soto we can face à face ni Senegal se si tableau te nga tableau bla nga fay ko hey ni muna banko la to le wartanti ala sembo wota e Senegal Gambia bena rewla lafta nga ka kelimuti barabe kala mutual respect leti diplomacy nyande kala mutual respect leti diplomacy should not be one-sided, but right now we have a very lopsided diplomatic relationship with Senegal. It's all one-sided because Senegal has complete control. Ngo alibeni wuro la janga tolu membe TikTok Senelec ila julu jelle Gambia la nenga koramo di Gambia la $100 million is 10 billion CFA. Senelec lo julo le ben jang just for about 3 months. Nani jowara la yaf. Biri onkul lari yafo e balanta onkul lari na ta biri information ina ta son. Senegal la Senelec wala ka koramo din tolla. Distribution. So ndolman na sovereignty soto and we want to stand up to Senegal on TikTok. Wow, Senegal ñu ngi sata suñ diw bi. Yes, ñu ngi sata. Wala lan ci mon. Mbal ngi nga la lan ci mon su fekkee ne lolu dëgg la yeen ñu ko gom man gowuma ko until I'm seeing the proof that I don't like to go by hearsay. Surtout hearsay jóge ci ko xamne 22 years he ruled us. He was the commander in Kiev. He atele CD Romo ñu soto. Gamela tulobe dami. Wo CD Romo natata ko rol gene. Man nata wo mu toñati. Yen kibaro men dina reportedly jamme mo wodi coalition ko fikana manana jamme nata toñalo wote alilla mo nata toñalo ko ma evidence to nin toñalo manana jamme ni wo CD Roma anon te believe ta ko toñalo wo CD Roma le jumala be lola je ya fo ko ma ya jamme je television ota CD Roma ni mota ko Gambia la tulo bebe CD Roma atol men ka jamme sokota la ni audio la CD Roma ni le itama honest to la banku dingol CD Roma ina tata so you having an axe to grind with Ousmane Sonko because wol kede natale adam Macky Sall tulo ñu start exploration fo ka sin Gambia la sango babe oil tulo ñu Gambia la bo man ko intama bari ni tassé wu sédile evidence so to wati mina la jambe Ousmane Sonko criticize la di Jomai Faye ndafula ali mo disappointed but so far ma evidence so ka fo dron jamele fundita ndamanke fenkote de kam curum pen wol kono ha jamele yafo jame CD Romo bondi folo CD Romo men aya tandina GRTS ako Gambia la tulo bebe ni CD Romo kono ale anin contract ko men atini Africa 50 year sign 2006 ay na wo satala next audio bare ndolo solution mo men budame 2026 no baro dagase abita dawda telalo no mansa kunda sebo sindi and woman sa kuna na sita within the first 100 days nga muna expect ni UDP government nom expect UDP government with first 100 days ye decisive step start ngo e ko be game mako yele par mako ro ay limit le soto birime de ngo ko non to le ko ena to nyalom bire Gambia je momo kala mole fa sa because biring wolo met TikTok ramana mbari muso dole dun taji ako Yaya Jammeh wanted to have a conversation with Adama Barrow but Adama Barrow manso walatina Adama went to that's not true. In fact, the decision for Adama to leave was taken by the authority of heads of states of ECOWAS, led by Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She was the chair of the ECOWAS heads of authority of the ECOWAS heads of state and government at the time. Mengo audio mo jane beri Yaya Jammeh Liberia la president record. For Jammeh nyanto kala. Ngo dukare nobody can sanitize Yaya Jammeh here. Yaya Jammeh Ellen Johnson Sirleaf farma record. President to president you can record over telephone. That's an act of criminality. What is an act of criminality? Your colleague head of state in Abediamola ya record. Because Ellen Johnson Salif Malong akame funa ayo record. For more audio jang. Because mote mo nene la ram. Ku killing them, I will have respect and I will give that to Jami. Birabe Gambia, Senegal manya dunna. And anywhere mba different la wala. But nyimman sekunda membije Adama Barrow mu ya fusoleti. Ya Adama Barrow ko Senegal. Adama Barrow me alonko. Nga Adama Barrow remember le biri Macky Sall natanus Gambia. Macky Sall ma Adama Barrow bulo tempa. President of president ka bulo tuma boduma bulo kete Macky Sall kay ko bulo bondite. Fo Macky Sall hani ya dunde kabo ko na be ya jame bulo de palale. Ata okela. Anana ta try la fam. Banin tolu niajen lafita ngam fongolo soto. We should be focused on how to remove Barrow. But talking on this TikTok live endlessly, should you do it, you are wasting your energy and time, because even if Senegal is taking our oil, what can you do? I told them Diaspora jalbe diam kan oil la. Haji dipik aji. Albe mune nola na manke diam kan jonti. Because ndolmo military might don ko kara Senegal lek kelendi. Because ngamo jamme fongola diamoto la ko jorangol membe ate bulu wote Senegal bulu, because wo jorangol de wo be mu mombo jombo tokla. Senegal militarily is more powerful than Gambia. Ali ganam fongol nene wai. Militarily Senegal has more military firepower than Gambia. Nka Gambia no moyle ka fo Senegal sojarol imang hani tene ngo Gambia no alngam fongol ngam fongol nene tol Gambia no mo promote ntol lafita kam fam folen telekete nek. We are a tiny country. Population of Dakar. What the population of Gambia? Militarily, I told for Gambia is solution, because Gambia battle, Munani na bring economic soldier na soldier a press of Keduma. Mana nema resistance ke. Ntan fongol nene. But ni mol dol diang tito. Senegal on dolenga feature. Yalon tol we live on this illusion. Tol se tangonga la Senegal le ma militarily pour la turo le Gambia. Momen kan dola pression kan de kan dala stial. Hani Gambia hani Senegal yel madal sinya worobla Gambia soldier to Senegal la pale so kantala. You know that. Senegal will not allow that to happen. Ivory Coast have got all these problems, but Ivorian or soldier or Woleka Alassane Ouattara Kanta. Gambia is the only country right now we don't have sovereignty. We don't have sovereignty, and we said we want to go and have an issue with Senegal because we cannot take responsibility as Gambians because we are so divided. UDP is in a pole position to remove Jammeh. Mo sonta wala barorada ite sonna. Alna come wolum broda do mem alna al kavu UDP al UDP empower. Come alaji ki jara kamem come sibaba kamem fo. If anybody really want to change alna le UDP mo tanga baro bondi. Ni UDP ma keku na UDP fana bondi. UDP ma keku ndase u sedle fo men ala jam fo ma UDP definitely nga Gambia non fail. Wallahi because nimmo fo don tebe kala na fi quality. If UDP takes power in that country and the same corruption is happening, what Barrow is doing, and say who said this to keep quiet, the whole Gambia should tell say who said you are the biggest hypocrite. And the same country, whole Gambia should tell Fatsen Sabali te monafikol, Keba Sabali te monafikol, UDP fele be manyala, albe deiri. Ni UDP ma keku, ma parti do sindi. Change kaka wala nyama hani to abudu jam. But the Cameroon 19 ho ha ho. Ruling government, ni election okumane do Gambia, Senegal, change lekata Senegal. Abdou Diouf lost an election to Ablaye Wade. Ablaye Wade lost to Macky Sall. Macky Sall fele lost to Diomaye Faye. Senegal mental konko wolle defante. Senegalese are conscious. Senegal conscious tale. Mala mo nekata na alimbatu nga something happened to my I'll be more on Facebook before I continue because I can see that the screen has gone black. Emando Jajang Ako replacing Barrow with UDP. No, that's your opinion. Ako I would rather have Barrow there. That's your opinion. then let's continue to suffer. Okay? So being a Jeff Dofan and Kaite Patiolo. You can hear me. Okay, let me put my can you see me? I'll get a video, no pictures. Okay, let me just take care of this. Let me take care of this. I told them Facebook now can that's fine. Carry on. So it's now echo can, so I have to get out of this. Album Moika never. I'm gonna so we carry on like this, no pictures. You don't need to see my face. Okay. Now left on the face, Jalalta. Let me put my face on Fenko now. Okay, now left on the face, Jalalta TikTok. So I'm gonna face the TikTok like but Facebook, I think the streaming is having some issues. So the moment left on the face, Jala, you can go to TikTok. My ugly face if you want to see it. Yeah. Okay, so now what's on Gambia? They are bringing out information. They even take a multi call. But Gambia man ntolla institutional bele failta. Deputy wol fanante inte malamu deputy sifal bentol bulu. Corruption is everywhere. Documenta keka wo banko kam. Last week, na source ko National Human Rights Commission. These are allegations. But I'm on paper dinner. Let me just be responsible because this platform is very responsible. And I'm very responsible as well. I try to do it to the best of my ability. Iko meeting like at Gambia, drive all enyante jola in dollars. Mali nyanta ke jo $400 per day. Ate me mvo nyala text message da ko malum fo yo jo $100 la instead of per day nyanta ke jo $100 la but $100 le di wala as their gross pay. Nga ko nini nek mu tonya da ko nyako bari wo wallahi wo boka kibar dina me manke tonyati. Follow. I kibaro men be dina be mo 100%. Wala na he kibaro men fonje janka confidence ko naf. Kabiri na bulo dun tanyo bula na man kibar dina jami alon ko nsa nsen kungo jimi. Do follow. Na ke lungu men mbafula ila nyindo man correct de. Bala ko nyako ñu Gambia ñu be meeting wala host kan ne alon ko yanda drive wol jola $100 per day la agreement bari ye jo yela ko do ñin konto so mané kanake abe mu hadu moleti wala tin barola man sakunda ye niole la pour kany palaso tuje baro man cha ni momo kamira ko barona la molde are taking 2026 as a joke you are just wala na ninga opposition wol fo jibe sondante bari tolte sonna moyen distract because this country is dear to us. Ngana wati jamale jani nyimba nkola kola. Na diata nyam fanan sita ngata may fati yemen kem fanan ngati. Ngan churumpe ngata baro support. Be audio bonle me kuma bal fala. No bari ndolma ñun Gambia lañ gis. Man de man te xamna ne du man kena. Man Gambia la gis de. Yes, head na party bo man nek ambe UDP damen. You don't agree with UDP's policies. That's fine. And we don't all have to support UDP. UDP more Barako so the program be UDP support. Because there is no political party in this world that the whole country would say. Labour Party win the but do everybody for Mobile, Donald Trump Republican, for American will be like no. But we have to be serious. Today, alenga tonya for Jumale chance to proka baro wini ni banko ka namake UDP. So you buy na hante alenga nyo nene bola. Seriously, if we want to replace this country, otherwise we'll be here. And hypothetically, if Senegal is for the sake of exum, Senegal they will keep doing it until doomsday. Because dollar India more Senegal to stop la. alinga strategic ninga tara Gambia ñun mo ñu ñor anu diw bi we want to use our oil reportedly ko Gambia tulo soto we want Gambia to be Dubai ñun yeb dañu wara taka suñu diga nga pare nga fo ñi man sa ko nay dagase Adama Barrow's government will never stand up to the government of Senegal nanga wo fali men believe they man believe ngo moment ke kanta an al ngam fongol ñinga why is Barrow still interested in the continuation of economic troops in Gambia because Barrow ika même fois ni ñu no bata yang Gambia so yoro de coup d'état la iko ya Jammeh still got loyalists in the army and momanya no question of baila Yaya Jammeh lekata the only former president when I take Gambia we are a rare breed of people aliye banko jumale je yela president mo bondi hanisa ka audio boni o banko ka na manke Gambia ti al banko kelim fonje because president mo membenu Burkina Faso meye fenke betray Blaise Compaoré made the late Thomas Sankara betray imaja fana be halakiring mune kabe min tole fam fo Ivory Coast jam fa mo yake fo yayi do ngaju lola de Blaise Compaoré hena be halakiri jana Burkina Faso ikata da jele fo nga to fo ngo fali gala fo mo ya sude and now Thomas Sankara is being hailed by the likes of Captain Ibrahim Traoré yala bunya di yala fata nyawanya bari ndol we are not ready Konde Guinea aka audio bondi la ka Guinea no address mo ali banku jumale je me alon ko dole ka I think he died no I don't think Compaoré died mala saya moide nite ya mo isa fonye but I think he's still alive nin Compaoré fata wote kala newslet former president of Burkina so why muna na Gambia ya Jammeh dama ka audio boni because ni nyaadungo be barole ya Jammeh nyaadungo nin tolla because ya Jammeh ni melbe do ko fabaka to mo nyata ya wole ta duna la coalition ko no so ngam fo ni ga why ya Jammeh dama ka audio boni Macky Sall ka audio boni Senegal le bon historia Macky Sall bu ka hanya ka ko ngotin Senegal barab ko audio boni do ni Macky Sall ka audio boni tol fana ba audio ni moy la sali ngam fongol nyini ka modan nan tolu ngam momen bondi hansa ko audio bondi pour ka molta ka molu sukundi pour wolé volontaire man sa ko ndabulu anu birate bi jabo kala fi moy volontaire aka pour ubani barole tema ndol nyanda focus la monela nga ñoo organize 2026 election nga win ban ndol fanan UDP na vote roll nyini na votes protect. There is another thing coming way. I hear it a lot online. Maybe more those element. Ni Gambia ni ko UDP nyanta na votes protect lale. Mala liye mone mean wala. Gambia le nyanta kala carte file bele nyanta kana votes protect. County ya academy on the spot ya declare G. That's what we can do. But I don't see any other way. California na votes protect. Like maybe you guys can educate me. Maybe I'm a slow learner. Counting on the spot, academy results only contingent kana IAC batu. Wokan I fully support that. Ka IAC batu jango results control moleta 2 days. Small country. Lolo duñ ko fi harati 2026. Ken du ko har fi. Mota batu la jang. Results all nata dame we tabulate it, we announce it as they come. But we are not going to wait for IEC. Halka for halta si suokono. Nyinta si suokono ka sunya roke wol. Foflan de such. Dem la ngeen talker. So it began a new change figure. Alice Sebula is a roke. Democracy long. He's writing nonsense, but we're not going to block anybody here. UTP is a Democratic Party. De banta baja ni momo man nendi roke. O iman na eka jutu na ya kumolta ni UDP la. Yes, ndebula le mendiare ya safi. Because ndolo ninga banko mara democracy mbe wole sembentu yala banko kam anu Alhaji Ousainou Darboe is a democrat amanke dictator ti So ntol member noma alinga trying on democratic credentials borani back. Democracy is a bitter pill. Dole be criticize lale. Ema ya dona la jako ha te a prefer baro etraji. Ngala mala comment to delete. Wala la mira nyati. Since la more expect from nobody. Yeah, let's not even talk about that topic. Let's just not talk about that topic. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that topic. Yeah, because woman control. So to stop cheating, how? Because ngame molla do ka fu ha luntangol te carte o fayla Gambia. Ite bo stop la no nyaadire. Molmendare la Gambia la voters cards already. We had an opportunity to go to the revising court, Manta revising court. Voters card be mobulu. Neither around ko kare ite te carte o fayla. In the eye of the law, it'll be you're breaking the law and near arrest be samala kijolan. And Gambia let's not fool ourselves. Nina de momuta, the whole country will get up kafuko kema hwele. I'm not going to advocate for that. Nia no alia for seu sedili amantra Gambia right fight camp. Kokuni luamanta. We had opportunity ngata revising court ning suspect ko kare kate ko solamunga nga challenge in the court of law. But man am okay. Anu nyama babe jang ni ko evidence so ka fu evidence be table but jumale tangible evidence tandi jang. Bobe kanyine foko ha na koro evidence be mbole video be mbole. But give it to the national executive. Nale evidence so share with national executive, share it with us in the media. Then the party executive man fentaje ma follow well. Evidence so dialal we control from evidence so. Ndebe India moment bela jam jumale video evidence kinante about false registration call a video lesson because dolko ya key national executive dol meme media jam na normal makin doli edebe diaspora ja ye video soto ko they are doing illegal registration akim melbe media UDP la media we have a video footage then we will put pressure on our executive to act but in the 2021 mama video kintede but nini mol diam this have evidence total where's evidence? Nobody has sent any video to my phone. Anumbora jana ndata campaign la Gambia. Anungalo ngoni aki keba sabali. Keba bakila nyana. So that means him aki keba fane. Ntolu diamo diata nyebaki. But how many people live up with evidence? Just like Ayajam is talking a lot about this oil with no evidence. This serious leader Yaya would have shared this information with the media. Ni evidence jaro funti da ko Senegal kana tulolta. Then there will be people in Dakar. Jomai Faye will have a sleepless night. Yeah. Okay. Seydou P Sabali. Mbe dane la ñin topic ko kana kantala bantaba. O man tolo sijam. Ni asa fe kotenge, I will delete your comment. Ngo na flag bearer issue nganyim fale jane we have a process. Okay. Muna gaming a lot of drama la. So don't bring that. That's not my topic today. I don't want you to write about this issue again. If you cannot stick by the rules of Bantaba, please get out of this platform. Okay? We have a process to follow when it comes to a flag bearer. And I'll more respect, no. That's fine. We will select a flag bearer. Senegal, when did they select Jomai Faye to be flag bearer? Senegal. Osman Sonko was in detention. Couple of months before election, they Yalongo Jomai Faye. Did not make Senegalese. Yalongo, we are not serious people, some of us. Even had a UDP a flag bearer has 6 months to the election. If Gambians want to effect change, we can effect change. Almol Dahandi Wai. When was Jomai Faye selected in Senegal? Did that stop Senegal from doing their replace? Because Senegal is bankology. Senegal don't even look at personalities. Senegal, if they are not happy with a government, they will put somebody there. But in Tolka, oh, Jumale for the UDP la Flabera, Janemba for the UDP. Doesn't matter who becomes UDP la Flabiara. If you believe in UDP la philosophy, whether it's Alhaji Ousainou Darboe or somebody else, you should vote for UDP. But Gambian likes personalities. Ha ante ben badla ni Juka Sise ke Flabiara ti na fa Juka Sise. Ntoli ñu don la agenda ti. Ha ni af Bamba Mas ke Flabiara ti nda fa la Bamba Mas. But in Jukanim Bamba Mas bebe the same institution, you believe in philosophy. No, me take philosophy wala ka West Jam. We are not a serious, we are not this country, we are not serious. And that's why I'm telling problem until God knows when. Because the personalities le jibe, muka institutional jibe. Mona boss baro fo ngoni modo la Gambia bang. Man jutu baro la. But in oppositional kono jumala be baro bisatamenti in terms of leadership. Bi Gambia be nyanta manakala dol pareta falindi rolale. We are just waiting. Whoever is UDP la Flabiara, mafela UDP le. Whoever is Flabiara of this opposition, mafela ole. That should be the rhetoric if we are serious. Why barokan wa hunje dara. Gambia is difficult to control voters' card because Gambia and Senegal are close. Well, problem is complex. Gambia problem complex. I must start Barola time. I have to be fair to him. I must start Jame phone time. So you start a PPP la jamano. Alma tonyafu. Mojo lena da Gambia kaito dila na Bangkok. Kabrim PPP la jamano. Yalonde ni nata bandabajam. I try to speak the truth to the best of my ability. Ante PPP government extricate from all this, the calamity. Gambia me nata ni foreigners wala kola. Mele alon ke nata Gambia. Before me platform dole la moy kan. Dole ka ko fatu baba rowlu ta Gambia. Yalla modol hanta fan yalla. TikTok me palantero to mbuka donde. Fatu baba roma wulu Gambia. Ala birth certificate bondi. Ala not because birth certificate is tawle jante no skyto. Yalla wurumo Gambia ka no skyto ngali yo remember. No skyto yalla buka forge. Iwuluta dama abondi. So for man can tell issue I don't want to think I'll go far over water and Guinea and Dindimal not a Gambia. I know that. Motinala mola mo nine TikTok auto jang. Ika fete nengole diata. Ite nita kungo man correct, ite kungo kaputa, ndol kungo man kaput. Fatu babaroma ulu Gambia, den animal nataji. Just like Mama Kalabante Jabi. Me alonga kakatam Yankuba Dabo ni lawyer Dabole Moria. Mama Kalabante Jabi. Me alongo be a security diala. Adam barola man sekonale security diala. Mama Kalabante Jabi bota Guinea. Atata si Senegal. Rabota Senegal alongo atala Trian yakala no Senegal. Anata Gambia ko Gambia no le nane o diata. Mone maje Gambia bi Mama Kalabante Jabi. Me alonga man ken na banku dingo fongoti indigenous. Bi ka security di wala. Yalon Gambia dala tan tolal. Mama Kalabante Jabi security babu. Ada barola man sekonale security diala. Bare bi ni banku dingol ka sika foko alinga baroto je. Yimukulu kan sumanali. Yalon kamen fale. Yalon say who said it, let me tell you one thing. Really, I want Baro to go. But do you think I'm going to lose my sleep? Nimbaro. For bring Baro in the 2021 first time. Fondolo munaketan. Aren't we leaving? Well, an animal like how UDP is desperate. Yes, I want change. But the decision is up to Gambians. Alala de Maroto. Ndolina dimbal betu abdujan and dingol you have access to healthcare, education. Alala de Marol. Nen Gambian ko itolu konante ala tinebe baroto la. Ala tuje. Where you manager? For ala Ousainou Darboe be fola la de pasola. Alaji Amadou Sane be fola la de pasola. Hani alala de Maroto wolto fola la de pasola de. Uncle Kebe Senjame to fola la de pasola de. Ndola fra banko e bokkole yakono. Ndese fu sedi ala de Maroto nde fola na de pasola de. Hani de. Because jang tubabu du mbeda men jang tubabu le konko le folo bay. Jam mo buke mera konko kula. Ha, e konko le folo bay. Ni aran baro la ni minister jama babi je bebe kuka sirene ko baro fon be kuka sire nyameng. Anala muso fo beri du nda state house. Ndese fu sedi le mfera jam. aliya jala ala ngo mammal nores mandara man sekunda bari nga domoru kenole domo ha mvo taro nga balu wala anu nyol siata janni so mel ga fogo ha UDP ten fenke kera jang atuda gambino le bulu ndol lafta kalma koy nga bo jonna wala Senegal niaje Senegal Senelek la 100 million de tulantol la nyima sa kundala ya fusialo internet of on yamanke Senegal we are the mass of Senegal Gambia te internet cable half of it are Senegal and all na problem also internet ka problem do la fo be outsource security outsource internet outsource courant outsource ngom fansum bankolati ni bo fola mo kalantango dol kanalo jam ha tenin let me tell you one thing. Let me make a statement here. From now against 2026, wahi dani saret dumako tontu. Wahi dani saret dumako tontu. I am focusing on Barrow, on this very noble platform, because we see the country. Kalanta yadiamo parenasi. We are focusing on Adama Barrow and Adama Barrow. Because nyim banko wala nyor. We have to think and look and try to salvage this country. Diamo kalantang ndati je. And on platform, I perceive you as you have an agenda. That's my decision. I will not waste my time. We have a country to liberate, just like in the days of the struggle. I don't have time for that garbage. Nonsensical tribalism, bokumasi. That's why I come here. I speak Wolof, I speak Mandinka. Msa no lenga nga Mandinka dang mafojang. Ngawole susu. But nte man tribe jenkono. Man gisuma yefi tribe. Yefi hate. Allah said he has created us into tribes and nations so that we know each other. Different tribes and nations. But ben hate gen ken. Siman fisaya city. Nimomo ko mirate, you are delusional. Absolutely deluded. If you think I'm better than this person, for Samante Abe Alalea. But Gambia tribalism metanum for Ala Batandile. Tell Kanajane. Look, I am a pundit. I speak English. I try to speak Wolof. I speak Mandinka. Because diversity is our strength. But if people are pretenders, look, me, I study psychology. If anybody think you can fool me, you can fool yourself. There are a lot of pretenders in that country. Wala na Gambia, wala na dino form problemology. Nit lunga wasisa lamen nako sisa holbi ika mem fo dala man tele sondo mo kono ite ko ka hadama dingol nene ke fongol nene Suleiman Ben Suare I made a struggle on Gambia nede ala platform of the Open Gambia he has an agenda. You don't see this tribalism BS there. You don't see all these divisive comments there. Because he is in for country. UDP Online Bantaba. Nobody dares to bring tribal rhetoric here. I'm not saying, listen to me, I'm not saying that somebody will not write a comment because I can watch the comments on the computer and I try to watch the comments on TikTok, but some of the comments, I may miss them. But Ninga Momo de tribal rhetoric, I'm going to deal with it head on. And I will take 100% full responsibility for it. Because there is zero room for tribal rhetoric on this platform. Let me make that clear. Hanatalete yoya sampa UDP. Do fi nyonga wa aferi tribalism. Domako condone. But in this day and age, people are letting nasty comments slide. For what? Even Adama Barrow. Nobody is going to come and say certain comments against Adama Barrow here. In as much as I don't want him to be president. No. But the Gambian told a problem when you divide and conquer. Yaya Jammeh divided us and conquered us for 22 years. Lolota mo am sansan saga sosei. And the struggle got divided. Siga Janual, ibe ide. Wolega lo wotumo the Ndey Jobates, the Siga Jans, the Tukulurosis, the Jukasises. What long Iron Lady Solti at the time? And Ndey Jobate is still there. She is independent. I have 100% confidence Ndey Jobate doesn't belong to any political party. Ndey Jobate criticizes UDP sometimes. And I see her writings. And I have great respect for her. Because there is no malicious intent in what she is writing. She constructively criticizes us. But in Gambia, that's why this platform, I'm going to be focused from now against 2026. That's my agenda. We need to salvage this country. We have to be serious. Let's ask ourselves this question. Why Senegal is not embroiled in this tribal BS? They tried it against Ousmane Sonko. Ousmane Sonko is from Casamance. Senegal is Zenyam Faida. Senegal sent the Kabilanjis. But one word from Badembo by force. How many Gambians fell for it in our country? That shows the myopic way of thinking of some Gambians. Let's ask our question, selfish question. How come it didn't work in Senegal, but it worked in Gambia? And it's still working. Some people go to topics and they talk tribal rhetoric. Yo warulo boka si ñi because ñi lañ. Al kanata ñi ñu mu ñu si karleti. Ite ko ya for Gambia. Every tribe in that country have equal right in that country. Mandinkas are majority, but Mandinkas hold no more right than the other tribes. The right that Mandinkas have is exactly the same right that the other tribes have. There should be equity. And if I see anybody, if I'm in any platform or any Mandinka calls you and said, we are this, we should have more rights, I'm going to condemn you there and then. Because I see that this country belongs to all of us. That's why Lawyer Usunu Dabo keeps saying, Gambia without Jola is not Gambia. A Gambia without Olof is not Gambia. Gambia without Sarahule is not Gambia. Gambia without Aku is not Gambia. Gambia without Manjago is not Gambia. Gambia without Fullers is not Gambia. But some people, and they think they are smart. People know what we found. People just ignore. This platform, Bantaba, there is no platform here which promotes diversity more than European like Bantaba. Esatoba used to have a program here in Fula. I even one time said, if anybody wants to do a program in Jola, I couldn't have anybody. I announced it. I understand. Please, Mal Daniela, I'm not going to answer that question. Moro B. Tungara. Okay, I'm not going to answer that question. Alinga transform. Alinga move on. Let's discuss the bigger issues. Please, Mal Daniela, let's discuss bigger issues. Tribalism. And the Molka in a very shrewd way. Very shrewd way. Ndebe Crawley, I grew up here. No, sorry, I grew up in Gambia. I spent a lot of time there. Melia se who said the long crowley. Ali Niga Jose who said the tribalist. Nimel Bashiring, Angleterre, what Buffalo tribe. Gambia, I walk there. I walk with people. Nte Gambia, I'm from 40. Nta mari to fola jang. Na staff dolo manjago nga defend. Nga la right fight. For the not boss do tanyola. Because he left to marginalize. Nka te kela. Nta mari to fola jang. But ni melbe do ko la ya kala muta. Ka marginalize because how mo manjago. Ka modo fasa because ateni wala bota sikile. Lotam nko wate kela. Nte moto fola jang. But ni melbe no do ko la dolbe Angleterre jang. Some of my colleagues yalo nembe jumal la. Lota mari en kay ko jang mo bele be kanya na jang. Fa mari mu ni sikar ledi. Ni sikar. Nga te kela. And wala ente sinyo. Bari nga tonya fine. Nte ni siku akan dimile. Patiol bele kanya tak bankoka. Baral nga ni siku bondinda mal tema. Ni tribalism BS. Namambo Gambia. Gambia betala nyine kono drone. Senegal successfully, they've replaced their government, and that's why Senegal is moving. Senegal fele train osoto. Senegal fele betulo sinkang. Senegali aircraft osoto. Gambia ndol man fene soto nyine kono. Train sila boss company kendo le femote mbulu. Sakon se train station osoto. Sakon airplane osoto. Gambia airport oto me alon ko kurango ka faji. And we are so here handema la UDP la because UDP so say ñoo fo nek na ñu wax bi de e ko mol toñe wala when our deputy party leader is a Wolof. Aisha Toba is part of our UK chapter executive here. Pulla head of UDP la media team Makam Sow fulo le mati bari mol ka si e ke la kona anu mel jama wala ka mol pone para ito le fo tribalista. Wala na European land bantaba. The agenda right now is trying to promote Adam Borola Kurial Bondi. That's going to be my focus. This nonsense, I'm not going to fall for it. Anybody can go and say all sort of nasty things about who say delay. Wallahi, ninge jabi. Nalima ningol gafunyari, jumale jabi. I made mistakes. I have to own up to that. Because ñu ne nit ki su mine sa wax mu yabla ku min sa wax yabla. I made mistakes in the name of all of us coming together, but it's not going to happen anymore. We are an experiential man killing, na londol man killing, na experiential man so na walk like listen, but in come follow jindi like we try to be humble so that we all come together for the greater good of society. We're in the process, and I will blame myself for that. Yes. I made mistakes. It's not going to happen anymore. Mbalo na leni membe debate la. Ndalo na fana ni membe debate la. Ma fa mo fisata moti de. Jam mo fisa meni. Ken genu fen. Criticize will not improve. I welcome criticism. I want people, even Alhaji Ousainou Darboe should be scrutinized. Alhaji Ousainou Darboe should be criticized fairly and squarely. But when I know it's out of bigotry, then I'm not going to debate with you. And for some people, it's based on bigotry. Nothing else. When your comments are made of that thing, why should I engage you? That's why this country is backward, unfortunately. So, Alinga Focus National Assembly may pressurize Ahmad Ba. Ahmad Ba should be sacked. Ahmad should be fired. Not only Ahmad Ba. Most of the ministers, Tangara should be fired. Nadindingol Vara Tripoli. Tangara came to London. And Mohammed B.S. Jallo, the vice president, Hanga Koku Munere for Moose. Because Biraya Moiko Baroka Fokom, vice president Kala Singla, because more he wants to be vice president. Abe Tenkun in Ted, Mobukadianga, you don't even think that Gambia has a vice president because he wants to stay long in that position. Plus, like Gum. He doesn't say anything. Mungi talk, Mungi am escort, Mungi am salary, he's having it nice, Mungi vice president residence, and he's content with that. Ikaiko, yay, seal your mouth. President Olka Kiliale. Nima Manta Jambake Barobe Jindilale. He came here in London and said the parents should be blamed for this back way. Suma kanam lakowa. Ako is the fault of Gambian parents. Ako Gambia wulula lea tinna nyin dindingol kabang. Ako wolle buke. How can the vice president talk like that? Mohamed B.S. Jallo moko wa. Suma kanam London fee. The video is there. Your government cannot provide good source of employment. There is hopelessness for the Gambian youth. But Munduma Alpha Matamoila, the youths are happy. Kabrabota Gala youths from the world. That phrase has now been taken to the doldrums. Ludu Dega, Lu Muje. During Gala youths from the Jumalako comment all my kotengi. People have even forgotten. Because it's absolutely nonsensical. Gambia for Ningolbe Kondalanyari, we have got youths Melealango, Idundanyi Masibo Kono Tripoli. And they are alone. Slowly, Ibe Fakam. Initially, come off Lebanda, Psycho 3 more. We have this irresponsible government. Ndolbe Sirinjal, instead of Senegal or Benjamin. Senegal, when they fought against Macky Sall, did they bring tribe? Hana Senegal amu Sose, Senegal amu Wolof, Senegal man Sere Rolsoro, Senegal amu Fula. But when they were fighting against Macky Sall, they Jesus Senegal. Eko Macky Munut. Macky defawara dem. Usman Songa, yes, Casamas la jogi. Usman Songa, Monu Genal. Macky Sall. When will Gambians think like this? That did it. Ndolo, primitive way of thinking. Even people who have traveled. Jaika Jeleko alliances on like a Belgium. We are watching. Ikaje jungan like a bend the same platform, Melka can killing also. We are divided. We are hugely divided. Ndeni manaki nyore like a benalaka. Ndolebe converge in one platform. And you think people are not seeing it with lenses. And people say, no, we are this, we are open. It's all garbage. There's no sincerity. They will not even make conscious effort. I would love to learn Fula. And I try to make effort. Learn other languages is a strength. And they say it with pride. Sometimes I can make a Baramala platform. She's trying to make effort. Ndeka suru account for janne so nanga he barin chanta nyu suru account ay suru ba ni na wenga ay suru ka nyimfo ika manigol suru fulol ka nyimbo hamu nga plan nga fulol ka par mol ke fon fisande pour que kando fon karang because yenyi ne mara ko to le fisata o sioti dol amanka beti de ntol we are so backward ni mome yalon ko ka tamate ko le fon kulinde o le fon backward ari mel bisu ko noti media mo suna keba sabale me kontona I have my say on European Line Bantaba, and I'm going to take a break for the Eid break, having programs on Bantaba until again after the Eid, inshallah. So we're going to take a bit of holiday, bit of break from European Line Bantaba from tonight until na ujajul alame na kaira kono meltara maka alman dunna banna solo kono kaira kono funda kono kaira kono maka tala almeli tata almeli ila hijul mutala botak meltara botana Gambia botana banku dolte be murok so kono kaira kono mel bota Europe de foto kaira kono alama meli alongo fanan ala la kiro foto la mobile itam the holy city of Mecca alama alay kairo sopatina banko kan alama alay sonno mol ku alama alay konnante ya bonde mol sonno mo kono konnante albe dami jawya kamo kong because of alay men dial alay mo ko sio menti ite ko mallafala wala kaye alama alaye mari sondomo ku aya senende set alama Senegal keta nyame Gambia bo Senegal wole la banko leje yenyin siku nonsense o amantre sondomo kono alama alaye Gambia banko kono alama alaye man sekunda sobe o samana na banko kan alama ala president sando di Gambia la sungol ni stapalewul alama ala korindi mol me yalon ko fana nata nyin politico konole pour que problème o create kan opposition dama dundi nyola alama ala tenkereng momo buki sango der e fanke Walls and Street clothing di ibe fam commande la kule mentala ala la yalo meme sunno haninde Sehu Sedili nimbi janna be fe kam ngam fanke ko lafita Gambia la bare manke Gambia alama ala wanyar bare nga datim fangola ma commence ko suma bop su fekkee ne dama nekk si plateforme di fake di buga lo Gambia te fekk yalla xam na ne yalla expose ma commence ko si man te képp koo xam ne yaa ngi si politics bi yow da nga am agenda pour jaxaso Gambia pour dooleelo Adama Barrow waaye yaa ngi def sa bopp opposition waaye sa ennemi bi mooy Adama Barrow continuer yàlla expose la balaa 2026 si barke suñu kilifa yi ñaan bu Gambia am ma commencé que suma bopp if I am here nango be diaring barin sondongo be findi wala ñama alama man sa tallayen tenkereng ko ngama nga kumo datim fa wala ntemo do tulaji ma commencé ko suma bopp self accountability should start from yourself. That's why I'm starting self accountability with myself, because dama gom suma bopp na képp koo xam ne da nga gom sa bopp nga demal ñaanal sa bopp nga ne su fekkee ne man dama fake yàlla suma boro expose ma let I give this challenge to everybody mo be yaaf yedduwa rek bay neti ko musulman ti fo mu christian ti. If you are saying rhetoric that you are pretending, tell now suma borom expose ma. Because this country, people have died for this country. Solo Sandeng sacrificed his life. He had a family. He got lovely kids. He got a lovely wife. And he sacrificed. He paid ultimate sacrifice for this country. And you think also Daniel Alia put into doldrums? You think that was child's play? You think Alhaji Ousainou Darboe went to mile 2, that was child's play? You think people who are incarcerated, people like Mod Ngom, they're still victims? Falan Sonko Wolu, ye lipa in the filthy cells of mile 2. Bamba Dinka. Tala Nogonjai, Alamane Maninka Forkelai, Sukai Dahaba, the late Femi Peters Wall, Deida Haidara, the late Koro Sise. May their souls continue to rest in peace. Ali amera wala kilo be kala kanza hotel atekala jam mukalla kuko fi start du continue anybody ko xamne yow da nga ñew to play to the gallery wallahi people died for this country. We mean business. We are not here to joke. Yes, we are part of a political party, but we love this country, and that's why we're not going to have ping pong with nobody who have an agenda. And Allah knows the agenda. Because it's too cheap to call yourself a patriot. Patriotism is measured by actions, not by rhetoric. Patriotism is measured by actions, not rhetoric. And Adama has to go. The longer Adama Barrow stays in the country, well, Gambia will continue to suffer. I'm telling you, corruption will be on the rise. Inflation will be on the rise. Unemployment will be on the rise. The macroeconomic indicators will also negative vibes. Micro and macro at in favor. Deficit financing will continue. Gambian parastatals will be sold all through PPE agreements. That's not to our favor. And will continue to be controlled by Senegal to our detriment. On that note, many program will wrap up la journey. And I want to thank all patriots. Na diamo na Molian houses. I want to salute na UDP media team for rising above the fray. It was tough for us. It was not easy. And in the process, let me tell you one thing. When you're working for country, you will be insulted. Things will be said, but it's all part of love for country. Nelson Madiba Mandela was one time called a terrorist. fema commande terrorism la manya no wodo fala TikTok bari ya commande la no ko terrorism la bari be tonya la la bang the world came to give him a Nobel Peace Prize but at the beginning they call him all sort of names. The same who said I was called all sort of names in the struggle. Why Dega Mode Buje. On that note, I will open the lines on YouTube Online Bantaba until the break, but I will take few callers. No more after call, Gala. My request they follow, but you can send your request and talk about the topics that we cover today. Keba Sabale follow don't be. Keba Sabale the screen order. Keba Inimbara. Inimbara Keba. Abaraga.
Kafoye ko do ko ni nyata seneata
Abaraga
andun to nyam mol bal fele luolum fana momo e kadiya mu jang speciality se wani timo be kalu tentu kali jay kal nimbara katu nte jama kan na dia mo folo ni la andum ba folo la ni la because manyan na ni la atol komreto albedo ko menna anin akal ta menna ngalo na katu nde fana mbal ko no len kadiya mo ke ngalo na kam mota menna ane akawato men tayla baluoko
tonya
barhani kabi albuko be jube alkalla kuku mal nin kudi malu betuje alkasi kabanko la kofo kadiya mu ko la men yalon ko kakumaya molu kana faso toje marsehu lafta kam mem foy andu mealon ka be koyri wala nyinti ko wallahi na nda maya ta nyinako 2026 abandula mbe preseno me announce la wonte adama baroti
inshallah
left gambian ko be confidence wala ko wole be kala andu wole be kerim fananko alla le fango pareta la wonyama katu ay gambia dingol leje ko e pareta wala andu ala ka mo fa sa kamo kanne e lafta yeke nenti gambia president baro wote kala je president noti kotenke ina mala lasti abe menka alikana doubt soto wala ando akana mo murundi koma because membe banko kan abukata ku amandiya banku dingol majority jamae ando iba kelale ko ngolu ka kenyame ibe president baro bondile nyato president yana le wala be kala bari nyimmolu membe nyabe nyimmbe la ten nene ya nyong jele ma hakilo le dundoro kuno mol divide tay banko kan ne fo mol ko kelo be kala
toja
mais yow ke wala wo president no même fanan be jenu bira ju dala barol be kuntunna ay mol le du nyoto fak e kallo mol kan nyonen kam mol sielu nen ko kallum nyokam ni aje man saben na jamano kan drom salon ko tiya yaje nim mol dew tela banko kay mantara hapiri ka kamole la nyola
tonya
e ka fisa mande ya sambana kan nyobo mo nimbe me itandi wala taman sero ko gambian ko mantara hapiri yaje abe dunia dula beleto hanin be nin tubabol men kono ni history jubela wati kolongol la mumo si fa kilmol te ka kan si fa kilmol ke kilmol fo bari e kanyo segregate ka dol command red snol le ka dol command white snol la o ni tara banko ka history le bije e kanyo classify pour nin kama bata anim fenko kolea kan akatine da malu ka divide wo kolea le be Gambia wo batale be Gambia say mol ne ka no blame ko ni aje nyimbela rintol kan karinyol la ni aje nyimbela rintol kan ne bo man la ne bola si man la nyon si dola kontondo man na kontondo la akam molu ketene mol ka paranoid bari alin kana son Gambia e divide andu Gambia te divide la Cairo nganyatli wala kanale bar president baro wonala molu tabantale president baro fongo bala nyim patio teila ambe ba jele jan domandin abala nyim patio ragila ja andu ngalingan hakili tuato ko because nyim beda ma abe ajere tay fongo be la simolu dundino nyola setano
hako
asimolu dundino nyola kaje ko ate kungola kano e maje sai kotenke ila o constitution me kafo iko ba faire so pionto dun la mo malum fo president baro hakilo la kajam faba fo makisalla mu ne ke jan birim makisalla lota da ako fate ke biya ko ya president oti Senegal ko ko xami ay duwalu falin fo biri wol nata man sa do nata wol fana mawlu amurundi kotenke ba
tonya
munan nan ñunu kamira ko itolu ibuka kare fangole buka kare monyola mune be Senegal maybe alon ko wolel munna closest neighbor men kata woto fo president baro ataka fo je nyaadi le ko te ke no latela Gambia molu paretale be balan na president baro bulle andu ibe balan na pra ku sambana molu kam alon ko asimolu da ma dundi ñol president baro ataka sehu billahi president baro tekala after 2026 atakala president no to kotanke Gambia fate mumuneti mon manke nanti
wallahi aja halo warande
ate mune soto dolu mammen soto munanna sehu president no me alon kon ke soto munanna nyunu buka karang ibse kamen no
keba kuriya ka melke ka kuriyal menke wala ne buka lafika boji
bar ni be hakilo soto la sehu ni kuriyal ka andite alo de bo wato sita ngamre nyanke menke la yo luta yo kuriyalu ye do say pour kaje ko moli hakilo tempundi ko mistake ol menkete hakolu dani ya jube ko ye transitional de fango ya prepare ko ifane record soto wala ko ha par birani kede anata keten pour ka nyi nyande
bari keba fo maje ko Macky Sall ay kuriyal menke ngala wala na fana la fa constitution fala mala fi bolaje bi alon ko na bo tajere ko kuriyal maje so kuriyal ka ta sirion le kam kuriyal rek
parliament le commanda sembo de pour yo constitution of
exactly
menu fana na do fana mo power kilimo le
yo bari yalon banku dingol len na ta together ka wo bondi je control fana nyanda disembe ngani bondi je
exactly so say membe je Gambian ko la tuta wolle bulu bari sehu alin kanan kijo kanan fara Gambia dol be ñomoy kanne billahi wallahi nim president baro ma akilto atele tanya be kole ala maksalat andun tol mawo duwa man la fi wala se unte laftale nim president baro jita Gambia ay kara sirinje ala korda kono manka mankunda o any other company memu baka wonten baka wodla woto dati je bari korda na sodo banko kam ala korda ko nay sije ni luwa ko wala nay ka luwa to ni luwa ku man traje ay kara la kayro amanta ko nim tol ngana president no sorong wala mun na kontano di on ex president no wonte bankula nyato kati wonte bankula duwa jabiti niyoje dami woto kukuru mbale
kata izalongo masi bole kata woto
alinga small city alinga ta soronjana wonte bankula manta benti Afrika nyanta bola nyin kanne ko amasa ko to be ke bori kata ma bo dunia kon dulato buka faako
wallahi
mawo duwan to nta buka duwan na ngo nin atara ko nga president baro bla maltu nta ke ba sabala ay ngeri munela
amena va venare
je fanin ni misata de kadu niyoje woto kule kata nalo kay kule ke amam men sey dino anyama kadu na tara ko do sunya ase yaro an ka be Gambia la ganyet
ha
barna ko do sunya man na so no ngasora kam ta Gambia bonota ntol na tata may tu fanan tolle ba dañi la je wonte bankula nyato tati alin ka kadwa nyo sorong andum man tara nyo bay la pour ka nyo buute bariya ye tonya fole kat banko di yandi de yaje bring atara ko president barona tamansa nantara ay luwale de danu luwa kendo banko tata luwa kendo kam men ne tinyaro ke samba luwa kendo to ye kitindi amance ko bunga nyate pour kanyo karandi ko ne kuja o kede ke la punishment no nyi sotole para be ke hormone bunya ko wala démocratie bukana pour ka foko alinga kontan ni nangata kariñol jibindi nge bute nge kono be faram nge singol kuntu wonte démocratie wonte mola gagneti Gambia bin klim manyana se wala ko ye dole bute ya bulo kuntu
aja halo warda
mbe mu molati mo manyana wala manyana miro fonction la ñoy
wallahi
monu ni e kam fande foye over kam fande mo kam fato buka nyamen anda buka wise abuka kese abuka kairo ja ka koro dorane alin kana so nga kam fanga to that limit
wallahi abaraka mina mbe duale fane be do ku keno menene la no monyo ala baraka na alfana na ke abaraka ke ba jani kata e ko lan sonko e adama barole samba police fo
ay ngani kala la mune kata ko ay asamba police la ko e bala wat support no ma andu adam baro na la mulle a track nu ko gam ay fonyo diamo la diako ya nay la ñu la yele ya block nay la ñu akola na tata yalo nimmol makko mo understand ke fe ko lambe tale la bara man tar tale la de baw tolle na ana adam baro na la klopo mulle ka falan son ko be de la le diako ya so say na ka jay number yele ya block ay ran so le men ka fa be lal dia ko aite accuse ko asobita
bara afay ko jana be o kala nyata la Mario le antol Cheikh Jarangol anyata la Tues
Babala Jarangol le kala
Jarangol bari yalla me ko keba ade fon ko nyomi gol le kala mobile sunya yabra nyomi gol le block
nyomi gol le mobile sunya ko bari ni Jarangol le kan number block ko baro jara baro kunda.
All right, Keba, thank you very much. Wala na colleague Keba Sabali and dole for joined JB. Okay, moderator Ajindi, na mandiamo, please. Maybe platform or mandiamo, we will just drop you. Jamalo. Okay, abediam gala network. Moderator Ajindi nyola. Maybe it's a selling gala network maybe nyomi network ole babulu. But be call us dantantala. Then me line stop la jang jaite fana bijana jaite request okina mala jiwala woti bari mbe opportunity she's like an UDP tiktokers group or kal beten to baake kal jay albakata kam baake to fo man dia ngal beten to ngal jay because dinga dol to fo man dol to fo it's a mistake so for dawo go nyomi ngaza listening I know nyomi ngaza listening but nyomi ngole lansongola audio mobile sunya ko fo nyomi ngole mala mobile sunya lansongo fo la maybe to lefana bala tiktok o senke kam yeah so nin kolal man se program start maybe as a more busy tale so kutale fanang and it's past midnight in Europe but UDP has a big following of listeners in Italy mojamale kan lamoje Spain is going up now a lot of people are listening to us in Spain. Germany is always there good. UK is also good. United States yeah, we do have a frank according to the statistics that we get. But we have a lot of people that listen to us in Italy. So shout out to folks in Italy. Allah barakabak. Jaite.
Yes, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. Ibn Yadi.
Mi ya section lingi kondom bake la platform wako watini ya yere borom kasilele kadar la moyro du mahne mansalo no sometimes alhamdulillah ngara tan bake
la. Baraka.
Ila kumol ko kumaya bake walakin nanda kadere ni la platform selta non drom ba ko kulam fanan kabla pour ngana la moy la parce que la kumol ka nafa so mo li bakele be mel la moy lan sa moy non se fem fahamu den si tata fanan so non ke
Baraka.
Yo kon ko to ma men gida science and men diam da gida science mo kono si dan solo men so ni wala ka men fo baro la lo 2026 han baro lo tan telephone kan men je baro be boy la baro tita
je e defana nga wala je
wallahi sekun ben kal da ta men ko si baro tanya to ala fande be mul ma ko to be la baro lo ko da be sinala le
ala ma ala yo okay
ha inshallah ala bo kelale yalon inyabe president na ni nyanta banko do kule tek hadani roke ni mollela banko do kule dum wodi sindi wala kama bari tam kana banko do ko ga foka hadani rolake wallahi se ko ni tema ya ko ke ni ala tema yangani ya senya o senya ke ala bino jola ala be kayro ke la wala ya bina ma si gola kelete ndeko la ko so baro tanya do baro la ni das meeting mi alon ka ta ala biro le yele baro ko ma si fale men ko don te kaje wala ko 2026 hal baro lo ala boyre sekunde mo kasika soro do baro ko ni mo kasika soro do fereng ala patio dum fanan be labandale be minin na nyola wala fanan be labandala patio ko ni be minin na nyole be nyoti bina nyole tenkere na fanan wala be labandale parce que banko be batari nyame bi baro nyande nalo da ka banko la condition of banko dine banko bitano nyato nyame mursi faham do so no mursi aje do ka fanan bala ka ko ke kanne bawo na diam do wato wade mursi tata so na diam ko mulbe mun na fanne men be te diam da banko dine wato wade ke kam fandi est ce que banko la tanya do ta
ani
waaw man ke yirwa ko di membe banko din na fala yo bara alhamdulillah inteke be temple be jayla ila platform ila kuma ko te segu te wallahi te kun din te kana faso le kuma kono me yalo
abaraga
ko do be burbat ni ngala kuma moy akal la fa londol nan kamante ko makam ko
mashallah abaraka bake abaraka jaite no kende alfane do ala fa yamo al do ala fa isa nyin kende on na e bonna banko mol batata
ani inshallah sekun defan kundi ngamo lo meliara ko majlis tiol no sekun nyim banku kan suta tili ni la talgol do duwa kan nyin kama man sakunda ken do sina nyim banku
wallahi
mol be nya fital
wallahi
ndakundi yo suutele mool la tafsir la to mo ko den la Quran karam la de man janja fo sa ko an ngal duwa nyim banko la kayro la fo man sakunda ken dosina de banko de ngafita
yeah amena
la de mo ba duwa ke kan andu banko din fanam pare dala kaske ko ta nyim banko la ko banko be al halu min ay falin da mum be de kayro de hanin jawol mina sira wallahi se ko ben kanu dan
inshallah yeah
italo na mol fe sa inde baru lumbina si de balo na ko nya ni be ko min fayt kan gambe de yaran tel ni be la kayro la parentel malo wonya nyalle be digo kon
inshallah abaraka bake inshallah baraka mo kende Lamin Gagu.
Yeah, Mr. Seko, thank you very much. Yalo be binda hanyirin bakele karu be ni la nafa ko inding man na.
No, for going to be no man.
No, ni no na lu medro kaja he no bi
Mbaro, ibenyari, otherwise, my Spain.
No, I'm fine. Can't be that guy. The American go so good. Come here for definitely na boysol ba akataka mbake.
Yeah.
Many are covering the men kana media team also. Every day. Ibar na ka ko kamu ni fundita do ni man do yedro.
Yeah. Iba akataka mbake le kela watu fananta.
Wolu dafa ayo fe ko wala ke ni ko UDP dafa am baraka. Ko kamu never dialogue UDP. Because atel di ningil la na say wala atin na so kebal men kanani no to
yela na talabak
ela na ni talar because ya jele ka ko do ko ni be ke ka so be tentu lambe be la jayla ko me photo ko man dia ni ni da do to ko
yeah
yo wari ten me ya ka ko shoot till I cannot the whole day 8 hours 3 hours 4 hours yela time all ka pour kana in Gambia non ni ngol be ka jaka definitely it's a very good thing. Come Nigeria come UDP. Anyhow, I nyabo what's back. Abekola ni Babi Sadura, Abekola come Joseph Football Club, Barca or Madrid. Yeah, many are anytime do a cadinding less of many be in a second division or connect KSL and you cannot prevent division or connect. So club on Bukafa no. So UDP something like that abo nyama baro wala ko pantale bye sankare na tala ko usenda boy femtem fa ya kanya ya bejen
ayolefo
ako usenda ba kay ne ko ngana foro ya kanta kabira bas pesda yala akay ngay ko jeni bitaka nyame akay bay ngana foro ya kanta aka sa ni mo ni lolu bisa dabo mbena mbeforo ya kataka kai no ndeba ko bari
don't touch it
wala mo tonyatu yeah so sene men fa wala mo tonyatu imagine sa ko ite UDP ko men yalo ko mi bota UDP tata baroya so sa baroye tele fay so wala ke ndata fundita na sa ite bitale be fonction political party lola yeah ko UDP ko men yalo ko mi yalo Mr. Dabo ndege manhanya nyade momo ni kuma fara kodo o ya jamfa ikaje nyala le live ibuka fa inyamaje como so kuda ba ka dro ngeten tu nge
yeah baraka thank you so much amen
akadia ba ka ni morna funding na da men na olu akadile bor bio kay
bari na man fat njay gisuma aji buga chon hana aji yangi bisi business bi aji koral be aji laftano sankan aji buga chon America korabal alba petrona melbe America. Thank you to those that have placed order with Aji and they had the advert here on European Banda. I really appreciate as all my yala aftano sang through the advert here. We really appreciate it. So saying that Kevin here, Kevin even mute Rene. Okay, Kevin is muted before Kevin now, right? Thank you to people. Aji haftanol dolia sang, but nyomen golo mal ngaje katol man sandiro ke bakede because you know names all men dina man nyomen katol jol kono. Alfaneta aji la fengol order. Al bulu jabula nyomen kol. Aji buga chon la bagasolu ala sang nga faliene but wa nyomen kalma sande nyomen kol ngaje ko bulu jata bak. You know, so alta la haftano sang in America. Wolo nga told di alla janne Youth, come here.
Assalamualaikum.
Any mbara youth. Alhamdulillah, kotonate. Manabe Germany do.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, good. Nte kete confused. Dole be Germany de. Ngabe no ko. Itele manano jela sa ko be Germany. Nte ngambe be Finland. You're in Finland, right?
Yeah.
Dole call ke jaka fanyo ka tebe. All voice is similar. So anyway, maybe I mix up. Enembara. Abaraka.
Gambia ko lo ka to ke ba ka no sai ka. Yeah, rangam da silan de. Ya mo ke da ya mo ngam da da lot la ka ba.
Adama baro de. Nyanda bo fasila nyundulan tole de. Adama.
No. Wata nyanda ka ta. Adama la ta abu wajibo. Gambia be ka. Mira tare momo la pasoma kendo. Ni momo la pasoma kendo. Baro nyanda ka da bay Gambia la tega. Banko ni abakulare mbaka la.
Ede ama baringa kasa mute maybe ama kalamda kama mute.
I didn't even know that I'm attack
Ena isalatanan, imalongo isalatanan.
Actually very hidden
She's a good Goldman technology on the sandbag. Okay.
Come baro atavenya mirata come ngame for wajibo la. Yeah, understand. Baro to banko samano la. We all know that. Baro come baro manipulation I order mare no. Understand. Come on believe in the kula me along ka kingere. Adama do ko mo da mare. Ya adama andong ataka banko samano come awulu korda la fit. Banko buka tano nya.
Tonya.
You understand? Banko any mold de la casa balon ni miron.
Yeah.
But ni daga banko so may ka modol le kamfa ko may daga mold le kamfa de ka mold le nyawa. Ete mo do ko may de fe was good. No banko fakan.
Yeah, Tonya.
Because aron baro ni a jube abaro ni bunyo amel no kam bunyo mal NPP la nyadi ko defa ma pol follow back. Okay, ni o bon jube o damma ko na ko do mi daga ndel mo ni. Gala goes too much. Is there another town of Jube Musoka de Laran Musflaka de Laran Kilon? Banco de Banco Kumala Banco Sifal. Operation of the Kiri Kuran from Bocaso sometime. Molbeje ni condon de Boca Sima. And the name of the job of Banco Ding Lamit. Then Bilan Bureau Kalantan, the about Gambia. And the Ghanaian men voting a day, Daraka, a Gambia, not fully at the football. Bankora covered by the Tulunga.
Yeah.
You understand? So, Namura Momo in Nibe from Kalamaye from Wilafella Dimba, La Soma Kendall. Let's come together.
Yeah, we have to. You
understand?
We have to. It's not going to be easy. But we have to try.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, to be honest. You understand? Nia Jubia like Isabella in Fendantan Nivajere, coming Yegambia. Sometimes Nia Jubia for like a backup.
Yeah.
Because I'm being in backup to almost.
Me Adamale enable can in back up to kind.
Exactly.
Back down to reg with Adamale. Yeah.
Because Ndeka Dolje will get in Param Minute, Wall Multi. Ale will die will come on sugar for the first Jolonye. If you do it, tell my father long. Okay, but for more of another sort of year, by income make a more less of a somewhere. I understand. So, what I'm party the men serious now. I'm putting in particular for them. Gambia Bay, Yalongo UDP. At them party remain at Gambia body. You understand? but mol bije wol comme mbuga hayla folo dalla tro straight but mol bije wol mala fi UDP la
bare ngana jam fa wala ko dafa less of course ndol nga focus rek
no comme ni no ni ajube buka understand
yalo mo fanan ni ala e barako kala koto mobe te kanola no fanande my brother
ndeka men ko ndeka men understand comme il faut foncer to woni maji ite la patio mo be ni akonda mama man tan mo kene fulan so ite amoda ngindo la mo wuli kemo how ko no jonna mo kemo ko
ndol nga focus doron yalo moment nata my brother moment nata banku bondola ani men nata for sensationalism la wala lo nyata kala kilindi yeah so ndol nara banku bondola ndol meta banko nyim blola nyim banko yenne berabe kolayaring lota banko e so we are yeah so ngaran ni modol compare afa mu time we solve fam
okay but at the moment we don't dal ko men des men fo na patrioning na focus na lo akam door is open for everybody ni men la fakana ka join you are welcome okay because mon gay men for nim patio malla nyo kan te baro bondi la defante ko trosa
but yalong it is the record proof ko wala kake because no single party on their own nane election of in Bangkok ngam fananka base wala kan but abaraka baka thank you mina program close la dobe fanan bi baturola abaraka thank you youth thank you
okay cooking fanan be da love ko men like men gambia ko rom do ko ni mo ka diam police lo mabala ko en jakali baka ako karifula mala joso
okay
yes nabe diam ga mam me fan back maybe like 40 minutes ago
so ade mo neke o kuoto
ya understand me ako atara banjul man ko PM mo tay ko man fle mo de financial
azare da mala joso do fo dol fana mala jo nyanda complain la ko ni me la jol so de nyanda complain bari mena source ni ngala wala le sama whether that's true yeah
so no le fa en kay ko hey ale fere kala fanna
yeah
mo bute wala ni banko kam boy
because salary yo kay mo manyana dilela
yeah ako no fo ganyi no ako say kay ko for ending of this month
okay
so that's more like
amala 1/6 solo soto bang fa mala salary le sot
aka mala so de so kare fo la nyay wala ko
yes okay we'll find out atebem the police okay I'm going to find out I'm more information to find out inshallah okay thank you youth abaraka okay alaji kijera itel be kala last quality for today thank you alaji kijera be jelo
assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah
wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah inimbara
ikekende
inimbara
keta famoti
agara famori do ko be kerin ko di
ngai UDP la sulame fama
be nyadi
ke jasdro
mbadu
fania ko ya fo kay ko banke sa guleng wallahi ntafa ni fania ka ko tin la be fo se ko se ya atu se ko se ni fania man di se
hani ndol ni wo bukata
ite lano la bunkiling
hani de Egavo ndole sedi mori ja maka kasi sisa moni rere ndolo sedi mori ti nyomi ngol la alpha ede mo ga foku ndelo nyomi ngol la alpha
alhamdulillah rabbil alamin
ene mbara
to bebe muruna aratalla kan ngayno fo NPP ko di bring wato men be NPP ko NPP alla president be taka nyamen nta taka de bari ngalon ko jamalo be bulala no male
wala ne ko kirimbaso bi jelde kirimbaso be NPP let
ko faniade nto fasala dingo sute hani ala manda o kamma katum ko NPP be tama kanyame faniale be je alla nyaton ko ba banko samba kanyame na faniale bu to nyante tama kan banko be kasara le banko be tinyala bari janno be kena jannim ba elek na kake president o tinte tat ko albano mo nyim nay korosile na tutele ñinte moti membe banko samba nola ñinte moti membe banko lo basido kan nga kero menke ñim banko la koto ñinto ñim manke o moti atama zero fanta bala men si gambian ko kan jampandi ama sot ko e bringa sute nga cross ko ñim ni na sita law landing ni mu foroti wuli janni malo betar
tonya
gambia dingulu ngaali tentu ngaali jayi yalon e kafo man sake be yen fantumbu
ha
fantumbu man sake wala be mbulu ya fanne tumbu ka fantiya ka tumuna keta e keba sabali nge konto nge ziare nge tentu nge jayi ha iba fo kande ko barobe talalde to nyala ala taken woken bay balo do moti bawo adamadigo ni nata man sa yato lumbe su la fayeta bari insafu ke pasabali ya nyinta man sa timbe ya lon ko bawulin la ka fo labuduma tabuduma tede ben tele sitila ben na kurtija ben na beto le sitla fay bambam kut ala te sonna nyi yebo je ten ala be nafla le nyi yebo amalu ri yebo je andu ala dun na nafta mo malundula aka duniya le ake tenkere ne ke landi duniya ko no misilme nasi ko fara ala mun fara ko
ha
ake wanyarle ke itan di misil mo la ka fo moment
ha
bar bi nga natal dolle je ndate je fo de bari nga natal dolle je nga video dolle fanan
ha
ne ala kitala ala be tonya sabati la gambia ko de bari ndambe ben karfa gambia digul ma ali nga tesiti ni fatar fanola ay bambam kut katum baro de fintete ali pare même
edema jiki ko man jiki ko abe fundel de allahumma sallallahu okay
ni ya jamme ala da men wala be siala
alama donkalate fon ate kumo kana ala moño banko dingol e kana
ko baro taban ni ya jamme ala da men do diglo ko ni baro be ngene wala be siala ya jamme ala be jam
abaraka keba abaraka alaji fankabo keba abaraka alaji kijera be mode tento la bake mbal jeyla ngalon ko modo do request o kikambal be program ko fala jen right now. I do apologize, I cannot take any more call right now. Be announcement on men kala direct kala global ndiko UDP la Seattle convention of kala on the 2nd of August. Fundraising babe kala America Banko kan UDP Diaspora second convention nyanta fulal at the beginning of the program, but Seattle on the 2nd of August. From Seattle, Alaji Usainu is expected to be in France on the 13th of September, and then from there we are heading to Sweden on the 27th of September. On the 4th of October, it should be in Austria, I think, gas chapter fundraiser. Then from there, we're heading to Italy and Spain, and the UK chapter on the 18th of October. Last stop, the UDP UK chapter mega fundraising, gala on fundraising, and Birmingham Saturday on the 18th of October. Ticket waffle, now that we will announce it. So please book your flights. Attend to each of these destinations. Along Asobi will be on the sale on each of these programs. Asobi will be Africa. So try to be there. All geared towards raising funds for United Democratic Party. Bauntolu, we mean business. We are not just talking, but we are doing the work as well. We raise funds for ourselves. The Legana Party of Finance UDP Diaspora is a key partner. UDP Diaspora of financing scheme, not only financing but ideas. We say ideas, policies. Kukendol, Miralan Kendolu, UDP Diaspora. We are real partners in development with the main UDP Diaspora. So Maltin do labaka lembal jayla alama suto karo si ala aja buka john ni na ala temo amulo jot why walnga mal lijante fat njay fan la dem da fan njay defa dem holiday hawma fan njay jeg na kol banta bade fan njay ken degu ko nak hawma na defa dem Gambia te ñeme ñut Adama Barrow mu dem rek nopi hawma way fan njay mbiranda won nañ ko ligenti so why inshallah yalla ñu duga si eid bi a jama gena si jama. So bulen neka di calls my phone bi. I'm gonna take break, eat break until inshallah you gonna see Eid Bujama. We take time off on the program, but UDP Online Banzabala TikTokers will be active. I think they will be having programs on issue. Lady Chilel Varamala don't dami Kasa. Ma Lady Chilel de Bide. Maj. So we'll be having programs about Alamasuto Siala. So ala baraka back. Aji mba bagasi ñu ngi jar mba gaay banta ba fancy order nañ suñu order nga ñew wax ma nga wax ma rek ma ñew duma content ci yende su fekkee ne gaay banta ba fancy ak luma defal advertisement bi fi order wuñ sam bu bay suñu gëna ci eat bi ak jama nga ñew report gaay fi kon dina express ma wa xamna ne anyway maybe here and there some of them would Allah baraka back. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, your computer just category jahasele at the end, but now I'll audio ni male. Okay, Ajiko they do. Okay, they did. Thank you so much. That's good. I'm happy for you then. Nankan dina ba. You know. Mba juga sise order na, juga sise ak teamam bi. Waxuma ndax gaay order nañ because ñu order ma den dina dem wa BMG bi na dina len call out. Juga ak tukulor si. Mba tukulor si order na. Tukulor si su order rek nga wax ma. Okay, nga gaay order nañ. Jërëjëf. Thank you. Wow, fanana jama. Allah baraka bake. Thank you.